Hey guys, sorry about the poor video quality. Well, it's actually in 4K, so it's not poor video quality, it's just I haven't set things up. I just want to make a video about getting scammed. As part of the tech community, we like to sometimes think of ourselves as really, if you fall for a scam, you really have to be stupid. But, I consider myself, adept in tech and fairly smart with these things. And I almost got scammed. So what I was doing, I was selling this phone, so I'm selling this by the way, Nexus 5 on Craigslist. And so this is my first time using Craigslist, so I thought if I can sell it locally with Craigslist, I can get more money and I can kind of just sell this device faster because I want to replace it soon. And by the way, I'll probably replace this with an iPhone, but that's not 100%. So I was selling this for £160, which I don't know if that's a fair price or not. I thought 160, that's fine. I was open to negotiations. Anyway, so this person emails me, almost like the next day after I post it. I'm like, yes, okay, that's cool. So they ask, are you still selling? Let me just get the email up here, actually, that'll be easier to read it. So they said, do you still have this item up for sale? And then I told them, yep, it's available straight away. So he says, he or she, at this point I didn't know what their gender, whatever, but their name was Love Damie, whatever that means. And they said, do you still have the box and all the accessories? How long have you been using it? So I responded with that, honestly, and etc. And then they said, okay, where are you located? I told them I was in London. And then they said, I don't have a meetup schedule. I don't really know what that even means. And get this, I'll be offering you £250, right? I was selling it, listing it for 160. Like who does that? Now, at the time, I was thinking, okay, maybe because the shipping costs are going to be, because they said that includes shipping. I thought, okay, maybe the shipping costs are really expensive. Maybe this person just is really kind or whatever. But this is the first flag. So, flags were being raised throughout. This was the first one. So before this, there were no telltale signs. I did notice the person liked to use 3 dots occasionally. And apparently this can be a sign of a fake. I don't know exactly why, maybe because they're using a template. But an ellipses, they kept using it. I thought maybe they just write like that weirdly. I don't know. So that was like a micro caution, but that wasn't really enough for me to instantly deny this person the offer. Flag was raised, but I thought, I really want to sell this device, so we'll go further and see what happens. Then they said, okay, so go on PayPal and request the payment. So they asked me to request them for the payment. So no, I didn't give them money or anything, so there was no funny business there. So their email, I entered it into PayPal as a request. Again, there's nothing wrong with this. This is sending a request to them, and all they get from this is your email, which he did use in the bit. Just hold on there for a second. At this point, I can know it's a he because his email has Mike in it, and then when I did the request, it came up as Michael Collins. So PayPal, that's fine. So I'm thinking this seems legitimate. Okay, now I had to wait maybe like 10-20 minutes, and then I got an email looking, so it looked like that. When I first read it, I was thinking, okay, this looks legit. I did think it's a bit strange, the formatting and the email addresses they had there didn't seem legitimate, but I was kind of so excited to just sell the phone that I kind of just ignored many of these signs. And then I saw Abby Smith. The name's changed. And then I saw Nigeria. And I then asked my friend, would you think this is legitimate? And then I said, Abby Smith. Okay, first of all, that's 2 flags in right there, because firstly their name's changed, their gender has changed. Secondly, they have a fully English name and they live in Nigeria. It's possible, but it sounds very unlikely. But Abby Smith in Nigeria, possible, just doesn't sound right. And because it wouldn't really be the same without the final conclusion, the final email, which I loved so much. So obviously I was pissed when I found out about this, and now I could have just left it, but I did want them to know that they'd lost. Just because I arrogantly thought that emailing them or saying something would really question why they do these things. I said, better luck next time, but sadly for you, I'm smart enough to realize you're a scam, right? And then he says, what the do you mean by that? You want to SKR over? I think that's screw over. And then I just said, that email was fake. I'm not an idiot. Respect yourself and never talk to me again. And he never responded. So that's a nice conclusion to that whole story. A very, very lovely tale. But more importantly is that it's very easy to be tricked. The takeaway advice from this video is not just look for the telltale signs, but always take your time with any kind of sell or purchase online that isn't from a 100% trusted website. So if you're buying something from apple.com or amazon.com, that's fine. You can do those things. You don't need to read the emails really carefully unless you're one of those people. But if you're selling something on Craigslists, on eBay, anywhere like that, and someone says they're offering you money or whatever, just say, I'm not going to do anything until I've read this email fully, and just think about it, think over it. Does it seem legitimate? If there are any doubts, absolutely any doubts, then definitely it's a no-go in all situations. That's really the takeaway. It's not look for the telltale signs, it's just be patient. Just take your time with these things, because basically just don't rush, because whenever you're rushing, you're not thinking, and that's really what happened. It wasn't that I didn't have the knowledge of scamming techniques. I had the knowledge and I had the understanding, but in the spur of the moment, I was so excited about getting rid of it, and in the rush of things, I didn't think about my previous knowledge. So just take your time with these things, and got a bit rambly there at the end, but thanks for watching, guys, and please don't get scammed, or please don't scam either. Like, this guy, I don't know what he's gonna do now. He's probably gonna scam someone else, and the sad thing is that clearly scamming works, because a lot of people still do it and a lot of people still fall for it. So it's a sad truth.